The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
Giorgi and I may have different dislocations during the week, but one place where we intersect several times is definitely Forbes, Georgia. This time we have gathered in the studio to tell you about the list that Forbes, Georgia has pulled together and which is constantly updating. This is the list of Georgia's businesses who stand united for Ukraine, and the motivation here is the only to be continued.
So, what do we have so far? I mean, from the end of February, most of the Georgian companies and industries are involved.
Supporting Ukrainian.
Yeah, and what can we definitely update so far? Pharmacy and medical companies were like the first among those who granted and got really very much active. I mean, the association, I was just today engaged by the association which unites most of the Georgian pharmaceutical companies, and they updated me that their members, I mean the biggest Georgian companies like Avex and others, they are doing more and more every day, sending a lot of medicals. What we see, it was from the very beginning Pharma Depot, GPC, it was all the networking, what we have like Aversi and others, Kvanchilashvili, Clinic, Pineo, Vivamedi, Avex, what we have mentioned already, they are involved, and at the same time sending not just support, they're sending concrete aids, which was sent through the Red Cross organization, as far as I know.
Yes. What caught my eye today when I was looking at this list of sectors and the players within these sectors is that, there are sectors that came out, that started to come out of one crisis, and then they were faced by another crisis. Like we have been talking a lot about the construction sector this week, last week, because there are precise problems that this sector is facing today, and we still see main players who are giving the most liquid active nowadays, and that's money. And we see Arki, we see PK Construction, White Square, Anagi Group. We see associations involved, like the Infrastructure Association is here. Yes, so that's also that kind of solidarity that you like very much these days. That
while having the list of them and putting them on the top, let's say also that it's huge Alliance Group, which was also a part of Ukrainian market as well. Its company, Georgian company Modus, it's as you have mentioned, again through the Red Cross, the activity was supported by the Charts Initiative for Ukraine.g. And all the companies, Georgian companies, I mean from the same industry, what as Elene just mentioned, it's still development and it's construction, it's Dagi, Energoni, NCC, INSI, Steelhouse, Dika, GRC Atlas Group, Prime Concrete, Hydrodiagnostics, Spets Hydromsheni, there are a lot, and they just united to send and donated more and more funds as much as we can.
Yes. Also looking at sectors here, banking and financial sector is also to be mentioned, because this is the sector where we do not have any questions whether Georgia is joining the international sanctions or not, because of this sector as well.
Yeah, absolutely clear situations there, without no doubt.
Yeah, no questions there, and that's also great. And we see the main players, almost all the systemic banks, TBC.
You have the figures, yeah?
Bank of Georgia, yes. Here I'm looking here. Also, financial,
yeah.
yes, institutions, Credo, MBC, yes. Here we see Liberty Bank,
TBC
is
Pasha.
here, yes. Terra Bank is here, RD is here also, and they are also supporting and
providing as a health insurance to locals. Yeah, it's worth to mention that also small financial companies and institutions like microfinance institutions are also involved in this. I really want to move to another sector, which is at the same time mostly known for our Ukrainians. Maybe it's hospitality and entertainment industry, including Georgian restaurants, which were all like they provided. I mean, maybe all of them just provided this free vouchers for local Ukrainians, whoever is here, just for free entrance, free meals, and things like that. Georgia hotels have shown absolutely great care towards the Ukrainian people, offering them to stay free of charge in the hotels like Holiday Inn, Iberia Inn, Sairme Hotels Resorts, Orbeliani, Folk Boutique Garden, Hotel Tbilisi Central. So it is happening, and it's permanent. You know, it still goes on.
Yes, it's updated all the time, and probably I was kind of like, you know, these people, these businesses are approaching us and giving this information to us, and you can see how they are engaged with Forbes Georgia in this direction. I have been sending like almost every minute some kind of email that comes with new support, with new businesses. And
yeah, by the way, fantastic reminder from Elene for our viewers and followers from business industries. We're not saying that it's a final version what we have right now, because it is constantly updating. As Elene has mentioned, we're receiving permanent mails while updating about participation on behalf of Georgian businesses in this, and also we have a lot of information through Georgian media sources, which were also involved, making special shows. I mean, I know it was like together with Red Cross, Georgian Public Broadcasting was running charity marathon. Our colleagues from Formula TV organized various times. They also opened a special bank account for transferring money, and they donated more than 500,000 Georgian lari, as far as I remember. Nanuka show from Tavari Arhi also donated 800,000 Georgian lari. Also to, and it was launched through the Ukrainian channel, Ukraine 24. And we also have participation of telecommunication and IT companies, while mentioning Georgian media sources. And we have 3 huge big players on the market, and all of them, it's Silknet, it's Georgian Beeline, and Makti.
Which is also very important University of Georgia, which gave 1 million Georgian lari to Ukraine, and also Kutaisi International University, and we know that almost all the state universities are also involved in this, and trying to bring in professors who are affected there, students who are affected there, working with different agencies, and so yes, it is really an unprecedented solidarity that we see towards Ukraine. And also, like some industries, you know, you would think they would stay ostracized from politics. For example, fashion industry, you know, and they are also very much engaged. Yes, for example, ICR contributed 2% of its total revenue in March to Ukraine, which is also something to know. That
I also want our viewers and followers to be aware. You should learn that Georgian wine companies, they are not only for wine producing, and we are not only as consumers of these wonderful Georgian wines. They are donating much and contributing. It's I don't know. I don't want to miss anybody. It's KTV Georgia, from the KTV Georgia, all of them. I mean, whole retail industry of Georgia is involved and is a part of it. And it's at least minimum was 50,000 Georgian lari, which was donated and transferred to Ukraine. It was all other major networks and magazines or retail or wholesale chains which are presented in Georgia. Also local coffee production, good friends of ours, Miyama.
Yeah. Also, what I like, Giorgi, sorry for interrupting, is that our viewers and followers know that we have this rubric in the checkpoints that's made in Georgia, and I'm so happy to see that almost all the businesses we have showcased in the checkpoints, including like Gefferini, like Spillo, like Alter Socks, they are also contributing and they are also involved in this support campaign, and it's so nice to see that.
It's automotive dealership, it's delivery services, it's logistics, ladies and gentlemen, it's business associations, energy sector, all of them. And we've decided together with Elene that we will keep updating you on the weekly basis about this, and just not to remain only on local news. I want you to be in charge that we're in direct and quite tight connections with our Ukrainian colleagues, so it's going to be my exclusive pleasure to present you the interview, what we just recorded a few days ago with Valeria Ionana. Valeria is Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation Ministry. She's covering various directions, especially EU. And by the way, we didn't talk about Georgian contribution in these regards, but you will hear definitely much more about this.
So I think it's time to say goodbye for today to our viewers and the followers, and here's what the minister.
She is Deputy Minister, Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation.
Has to say, listen, support Ukraine, and I think the West will win this war.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.